Hope everybody's doing well, guys. 264%. 264% is what two of these picks have achieved in just 24 hours, guys. 264% is the total cumulative gains that these two cryptos have achieved in the past 24 hours. This is really, really incredible, really impressive. And I just wanted to share this with you guys because once again, I told you guys in the last two videos that I've done today, today's the last day to get this course. So actually, let me change. Oh, good. My microphone's connected properly today. Beautiful. So this is what the two coins have achieved. Just two. Okay. There's only two coins out of the picks that come with this course. And don't forget, if you're wondering what course I'm talking about, it's the link in the description section of this video, guys. And in the description section of this video, I have my new crypto website. It's a website that I had several years ago that I used at a minimal level, even though I loved the website. I absolutely loved it, but I never really put it to incredible use. And I believe that it is the due season for that website. And so the website is called Permanent Life Solutions because I believe in offering opportunities that will change one's life. Now, please understand everything through the lens of my disclaimer. Like, it is up to you and I to be educated in the areas where we take advantage of different courses in order to maximize their benefits and their potential. Nothing's guaranteed. However, these are one of these coins, guys. One of these coins has been one on his radar that has been on his list of picks for a bit now. Another one was just went live this past week to his community. I bought the course, in case you guys don't know, just a few days ago. Okay. So it was last week. And when I ended up purchasing the course, I ended up paying myself back from the gains that I had achieved in just my first trade using one of the picks. Then, in addition to that, after I reached out to the course producer, builder, owner, because I said, listen, I need to share this with my community. How can you help me to do that? And he literally emailed me back. I was out to dinner with my family and he said, call me. And he's like, don't get my number out, clearly. So I called him. We had an incredible conversation for about an hour. And after that conversation, he said he'll get back to me. They're going to, build this out, create it so that I can share this with you guys. While I was waiting on him to get back to me, I opened up a few more trades using the picks with the information that he teaches you. And so several of these trades were on the same picks because you just look for your positions to get in. And I'm actually about to maximize yet another position because it's incredible what is being achieved here. It's crazy. The fact that it is 264% gains in 24 hours, guys. Now, this is just on two coins, okay? So, once again, this is, let me see if, yes, perfect. The volume is up pretty loud. Give me 1 second, guys. What I'm actually doing is I'm live on this call right now. Oh my gosh, it's spiking. I'm trying to get into this thing. Oh man, hang on. Got it. I'm in. Okay. So I was waiting for an entry and I ended up getting in. This is on one of these trades, guys. And so it's just crazy. I've got two more open positions in these two cryptos that I'm talking about. And listen, there's a list that you get when you purchase this course. And I want you to understand today is the absolute last day that they're going to be offering these picks with the course. Now, if you purchase the course today, what is going to take place is you are going to get the picks through the end of the year, through December. And he is going to release another pick this week. He's already said it. He's going to be releasing another pick this week. And so please keep in mind that we're going to have another. He's just waiting for 3 variables to take place. And so if you go to my page, and so when those variables come to fruition, what is going to take place is he's going to release it to the community. He waits for these perfect entry places. Okay. So like I said, guys, I just did the math. I went to the charts and I'm telling you, right, this isn't something he is promoting. This is something I did. I went to the charts. Okay. Now I've been following these coins, but the 2 coins that I'm talking about, I went back to yesterday and I went to go start from where it started yesterday up to where it peaked today. Then I went and did that with the second coin. And as mentioned, guys, the 2 coins totaled 264% gains in 24 hours. This is incredible. And so, like I told you in my last video, I'm not using, of course, everything. You don't do that. So I'm not a trader, guys. And, however, I have learned certain things that you do and certain things that you don't do. And you use a portion of your liquidity to open up trades. You never use large portions. You just don't do it. And unless you're stewarding a prophetic word long term, okay, that's a whole different ball game. And I know you guys, many of you guys have been following that journey. So thank you, Jonathan. Appreciate it. Blessings, Tim. Not quite sure who that is, but blessings to you. Listen, go ahead and comment. Let me know where you're tuning in from, guys. I want to see who's on with me. I want to hear your voice. I want to hear your comments coming through, see them anyway. But like I said, guys, tonight is the last night. Not only is it the last night for the sale, okay, but it's also the last night to get the picks that he releases with the purchase. Now, I want you guys to know, many of you have opted in for this today. There's been several of you. I was actually surprised with how many of you had taken advantage of this course. And I'm very pleasantly surprised because I know that this is going to add fuel to your fire, weapons to your arsenal, so to speak, tools to your toolbox, right? Because if you are getting into crypto, listen, guys, I'm telling you, listen, this gentleman sold his house. I want you guys to know he sold his house several years back, and he sold it for XRP. He knows all about XRP, but he sold his XRP several months ago because he understands the markets. Now, he also believes in the prophets, and so he follows the prophetic as well. but God has gifted him in a tremendous way. I'm not going to tell you that he's a prophet, and I'm not going to tell you that he's perfect. So I'm going to eliminate that from the table. He states that he gets it right about 85% of the time with his market predictions. I would say that's very conservative of a number, just because I've been following him for almost a year now. So I'm sharing this information with you guys. I came to the point, timing is important. Everybody knows this. If you've been in business, timing is important. And it was the perfect time for me to become converted in my belief system to grab hold of what he's doing, because right now it's prime market, dude. Like, listen, many of these coins are astronomically pumping. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but many of these coins are absolutely pumping. It is altcoins that have certain market caps, various characteristics, heavy utility behind them, solid business plan, excellent people behind the program, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? These are the types of coins that are skyrocketing right now. And so one of them, is put together by an incredible team, but it has not gained a lot of publicity because they're not really putting it out there. And so oftentimes, because of the utility behind these things, many times it is believed that much of what is taking place is that they are building the infrastructure on the back end and building relationships with institutions and, banks or whatever the utility is. And so he's definitely graced for it, for sure. There's skill set that can be developed in life. And then there's a grace that is upon your life that gives you a certain aptitude for the field that you're in. And he's extremely graced for it, but he does the hard work. And that's what I like about him. He does a lot of the heavy lifting that we could be spending our time doing, but maybe some of us don't have a lot of the time available. And so he goes and he does a lot of his research. He was actually face to face with one of the original founders of XRP the other day. He told me this on the phone with him. And, he basically said, like, they missed an opportunity to do an interview. He's like, I should have really asked him to do an interview on my channel, but he didn't necessarily do that. So anyhow, I just wanted to put this out there, guys. I'm telling you, things are just absolutely rocking and rolling, and things are looking very, very ripe. So in case you are in a place where, you're looking to really just win, that's what it's all about. Now, there's going to come a point in time, and I want you to know this, there's going to come a point in time when we're going to be pulling away from these types of things for a season. Because, number one, XRP, we're going to be stewarding that. By the way, there's another crypto prophetic voice that I esteem. Many of you guys probably know who I'm talking about when I share this, but he also sees a dip coming. Now, he did not see the extreme dip that we've seen. However, he also saw a dip coming. He's actually saying he's praying against it. That's totally fine. But I'm telling you that I have had a very, very strong series of dreams that have been confirmed like you wouldn't believe. So That being said, guys, 5 hours left. Okay. Actually 4 hours and 44 minutes till this closes out. And what's taking place is it's 12 midnight Pacific Standard Time is what they have set the close of the sale to be at. And for those of you guys who are just jumping on, and I know some of this stuff is repetitive, but I'm trying to cover all my bases here and to make sure everybody who's coming in late is like getting a crash course on what's taking place here. Not only is the course sale ending at this time in 4 hours and 43 minutes, but the picks, these picks that he releases to the community, you will get all of them, all the ones he's released this year so far that are actually doing incredible. And here's the thing, guys. They crash just along with every other crypto when crypto crashes. And I've already decided, because I've seen these many. Listen, I was following some of these picks months back, and they went down just with the rest of the market. But when they came up, man, let me tell you something. They are outperforming everything. And the reason is because they're so early, and that's what he looks for. And that's what this course teaches you on how to look for it yourself. And so you're going to get this course that's going to teach you these things, but it's also going to give you his picks. And so my point is even when XRP crashes, XLM, whatever, these things happen with the market, I myself am thinking that I'm going to take a small percentage of my liquidity, and I'm not just going to buy XRP on a dip, but I'm going to buy some of these things on a dip as well, just because of how exponentially they're growing. Because I also know that, things are going to take off after the dip, but how fast they take off will be determined on, well, for XRP, I believe when that case closes. I really believe this is the case getting dropped that Brandon Biggs was seeing. I'm telling you, I really believe this is the case getting dropped that Brandon Biggs was seeing, that it was the appeal, potentially, presumably. I don't necessarily believe, entirely that it was the original case. It's just a theory, because remember, he said it would go to $5 just like that. Now we know that the prophetic, what is on my shirt? We know that the prophetic can be, a word from God can be like, just like that. And it may not happen just like that, because, it is fast in respect to normal movement. But you know what I mean? Like, it's not necessarily sometimes the way that you would have supposed it would have played out. So that being said, guys, I am just simply sharing this with you guys as a last ditch effort, because I wish there would have been more time. When I asked them if I could share this with my community, they told me that it was ending this week. And I'm like, all right. But then when I was on the phone with the gentleman that was setting me up, he said it ends today at midnight. I'm like, okay, all right. Like, I wasn't really expecting that. And I wasn't too excited about that, because I don't like, people feeling like they need to rush necessarily. But when you have a good thing on the table and you can get it at a reasonable price. And here's the thing, this course has actually been on sale before, and I wanted to get in, but I didn't pull the trigger. And so again, that timing thing I told you. So when it came back on sale and it was the timing for me, I entered into that, and I not only paid myself back for the course, but I also paid myself back from some losses that I had obtained playing my own crypto hand outside of the prophetic because I'm just not much of a trader. However, these picks have been stupid. Once again, in the past 24 hours, just 2 coins have achieved 264% gains in one day. In one day. Now, please understand, as much as I would like personally to go for the, the gusto, is that what I said in the last video? To go for the gusto, I'm really only taking small bits because I know me. And because I'm not necessarily the best trader, I've learned even from some of the things that he teaches too. He says the same thing. You have to take profits. And you'll wish that you would have stayed in sometimes when it just completely goes crazy. However, if you think that you made a mistake, then that reactionary and emotional response can cause you to lose on the next go round. That's why I believe I've been tempered for this type of stuff, and why many people think that I made mistakes when I sold my XRP at the price point that I did. Because I don't believe that. Because I believe profits are profits, are profits are profits. And I absolutely did sick with what I've achieved. And I'm going to do incredibly better, even more so, by continuing to follow God's word as a light unto my path and a lamp unto my feet. Meanwhile, I do believe in honoring those who have been tested and proven and verifiable. And so I like partnering with solid people. And so I decided to partner with this incredible guru in the crypto market. And he has several incredibly beneficial insights, trainings, teachings, and even insider picks. Insider meaning, he's done his research of things behind the scenes. He's gotten to know the executives behind the project. He's gotten to understand the market. He knows good places to get in, good places to get out, and how to teach the community on how to use wisdom and maturity, etc., etc. So, guys, that's it. We've only got 4 hours, 36 minutes. And there is actually a course, Tim, where he teaches you how to use AI for your picks. So you can grab that course if you'd like as well. And that's also listed on my website. So simply go to my website, guys. Listen, as I mentioned, I have been extremely surprised with how many of you guys took advantage. I knew there would be a few. I knew there would be some. And so when I've seen what has come through, I've been thoroughly impressed to just witness the community taking advantage of things that just make sense to add value to their lives. That's why I built the website, Permanent Life Solutions. I'm going to continue to add to that website in the coming days. There's actually things, no, the coupon's already applied. So no additional coupons. It's a promotion. So the link that's there, it's already a promo price. You can see the discount that's there when you click it. Anyhow, that being said, guys, I just wanted to get this out here. And do me a favor. Sure thing, Laura. Do me a favor, guys. When you purchase the course and when you achieve your results, or when you find out what you've been learning, or whatever the case may be, share with me your feedback. I want to know everything. Of course, if there's any problems at all that you have with clicking or things processing or whatever, please reach out to me. And, I have access to this crew to get in touch with them, and you can email me if you have any issues. Of course, you're going to be contacted by them when you purchase. But I just want to make myself available, because since I'm doing this for you guys, just by, being a facilitator of relationships, if you will, connecting you with them, then I want to make myself available, because that's what, I'm here for. It's just to help you guys. That being said, like I said, last chance. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. So, I was asking for, feedback later down the road, but here you go. I can confirm what you're seeing in that course. Incredible results. I just got the course because of you. Can't wait until the next coin, for real. And so, just so you know, please understand, you cannot share the names of these coins with anybody. It's respective to the rules of the game. So, is this course okay for beginners? It really depends. Like, as long as, like, if you follow what he says, and you only open up your trades when you feel comfortable to do so, I would say yes. But start with small amounts, in proportion to your available risk capital, and then get out early. In other words, don't go for the gusto, but understand when are some good entry points, when are some not so good entry points. And, also there's a course on the page that I also share, that, let me see if I can find it. I want to make sure it's there. Actually, I think I may need to add it, but it might be in the description section of this video. I think I do need to add it, but let me see. It is. Yeah, it's in the description section of this video, where it says learn how to trade crypto or read the charts. That right there will help you to read the charts. That will also add value to when you're looking at these entry points. You'll kind of have a basic understanding of what you're looking at. So, these are things, guys. Here's the deal. I just want to be honest with you. Even my course. All right, let's just go to my page real quick. Okay. I'm going to go to my page. I'm going to show this to you real quick. This is my website that I just had built. It's called Permanent Life Solutions. We've got several categories here: financial solutions, health solutions, crypto solutions specifically. Financial is the business that I still am involved with, that I still get paid for from work that I did years ago. And I talk about this in my website, the power of leveraging automation or passive residual, all these different things. And so on the crypto page, here is my getting started in crypto course. This is an example is, I had a lady that purchased this course, and she's already been doing a lot of these things, the XRP, and she purchased my course because she was asking me a question in Facebook Messenger. And I said, listen, if you don't know that, you really need my course. She bought my course, and she started asking me questions about my course. Like, she was watching my content, and then she had questions even further. And I said, absolutely. If you're watching the content, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. But then I was like, no, that's in this section. She's like, oh, okay. She went back, she watched it, and she's like, wow. She said, I actually did not know all the things that I needed to know, that I didn't know that I needed to know until I actually started watching your course. I said, exactly. And this is what I don't like to happen to people, is when something comes out, somebody says, oh, you got to get into this coin, and it's because it's, it's pumping right now, and, you got to time your entry, and, be sure not to go in, blah, blah, blah. And you're just like, huh? because you don't know the basic language, or you don't know how to, create a limit order or whatever. And it's like, these are the types of things, guys. These are the types of things that are just really the basics. And that's what these courses are for. So that's what I want to encourage you guys. Don't wait until some great opportunity comes along where somebody's like, okay, this is what's going on. You can make $1 million, but it needs to be done in the next 24 hours, right? Like, I'm just throwing out some sort of crazy theoretical thing here. But my point is, but then in order to do those steps, you don't even know the basics on how to complete step 3 or whatever, right? And so that's kind of my emphasis. And that's one of the reasons why I think that this course that he's providing is also beneficial, because you're going to be learning. Guys, crypto is here to stay. You need to understand this. Crypto is here to stay. And this wealth transfer that's taking place, it's not just going to be because XRP takes off. And I'm going to be also talking about how not to lose everything in the coming days as well. Too many people do not even have the mindset to steward what's about to take place in their life. People are going to want to retire. People are going to want to quit their job. I mean, and I'm not against transitioning in life, but don't think that you're going to sit on a yacht in Tahiti'ville, like Caribbean somewhere on a tropical island, sipping from a coconut tree that belongs to you on the island that you just bought, and you never see humanity ever again. Like, that's just not realistic. I mean, maybe it is for some people. I mean, but like, if you have a calling and if you have a purpose, you will lose your body, your physical body actually breaks down when you stop using it as you get older. That's why they teach you to stay active. Staying active keeps you young. And it's the same thing with your psyche, with your emotional, with business. If you stop like building financially, the majority of people lose their money. That's why people who win the lottery, they're broke in 1 to 3 years, because they don't understand, they don't have the mindset on how to steward wealth. And so you need to take your wealth, you need to put it to work for you. How do you do that? You can create businesses that creates jobs, that employs people, that gives people purpose and gives people opportunity. And you could leverage the power. Oh my gosh, there's so much here that I have to share with you guys. And this is what, if the case closes soon, do you still see XRP tanking? Like, the XRP is going to tank before the case closes. That's what I believe. I've already shared that on a earlier live stream. Thank you for sharing about this course. I was praying yesterday whether I should buy it, and went ahead and bought it on faith. Your story confirms God has given us this opportunity before the crash. Very cool. Very cool. See, like, a lot of really good feedback here, guys, already. And, I appreciate the heart of many of you in this community. Like, really, really, truly demonstrate what it is to just have a pure heart. And I'll be honest with you, that's why many of you guys are following the content even after all this time, because the scripture says the pure in heart shall see God. Many people can't even see, and it's just awful because their heart's not pure. I'd have to check. Hold on. Oh, what a long day. I'm very tired. I did not want to do 3 videos today on this, but when he told me it was the last day, I had to, it's not my deal, man. It's on my website. Well, let me see. Do you see, that was the only one I was concerned of hold on. Did I get the AI? I'm loading it. Yes, I sure did. I sure did. So I got all three correct. Okay. I guess that's it, guys. One final plug, guys. I've just got to say it because I just don't want anybody. I feel so bad for people who are like, man, you know, I really wish I would have known it was the last day. I just didn't hear that part. So yes, today's the last day. Not to get the course, but to get the course at a discount and to get the picks through the rest of the year. What I was told is if you buy this course today, you're going to be grandfathered in to get the picks for the rest of the year. And he's got another pick coming out this week. And so I'm just sharing with you guys. The opportunity that's on the table. Nobody here has to do anything. You understand this? Like, I just want to make sure, like, I'm not here trying to convince you to do anything, but I'm sharing with you my story. Things have to make sense to me to share at all, guys. I have to believe in something in order to share anything. You know, all these, wicked-hearted people that come on here and the trolls that I have, they see a completely different person than who I actually am. And so I just want you to know, I shared with you my story. I bought this course on my own. I paid full price. Well, the discount, that's the sale price. And because I felt like I was ready to pull the trigger. And when I bought it, within the first trade, I had begun to pay myself back for the entire course itself. And then I reached out to him and I was so excited about having just in the first trade, paying this thing off. And then he says, okay, we'll get something going for you. And I said, okay, thanks. He said, my partner will get back to you. I said, great. Meanwhile, between that window of time, what ended up taking place is I opened up a few more trades and I actually profited so well that I ended up recovering the losses that I had accumulated from doing my own manual trading outside of the prophetic words that God's giving me. Outside of the prophetic word. It had nothing to do with God, anything that God had been showing me, obviously. I hope that's clear. But anyhow, so, and I just told you guys that only two of the picks. Yes. And that's why I keep repeating myself, Michael. That's why I keep repeating myself. You do not have to buy all three. It's on my website. And it's my buddy, my partner, my friend. That's what it says on my website, my friend. And so if you go to my website, the Permanent Life Solutions page, my new crypto page, it's in the description section. It's the middle course. It's the one I'm talking about. I paid the price for it a week ago. I got myself paid back for the course, and then I recovered some of the losses that I had achieved from trying to play the market on my own. And I'm just not, at this stage, I could improve, sure. I'm just not going to be a guy that you want to give $100 to and trade your crypto. It's just, that's why I just much rather trust in what God does and what God says. And you're welcome, Michael. I have not seen it, David. Fill me in. But listen, I did hear that he said that the fourth quarter would be when crypto would take off or something like that. And so you have plenty of time to get XRP. You just don't want to pay $500 per coin. Well, okay, fair enough. I mean, I think 500 a coin would still be at, reasonable price, for the long-term holders, because we know what it's going to go up to. Have no idea what that whole prophetic thing. Nobody knows when it's going to reach 10,000 a coin, guys. I'm just going to be honest with you. Is it going to be in our generation or our children's generation? Am I going to still be living when it reaches 10,000 a coin? You know what I mean? Like, so it's one of those things. However, I did hear one of you guys told me that a particular prophet, I can't remember who it was, had prophesied that they saw a news article a few years out where the banks were listed on the headline was like, the banking system regrets that they did not buy XRP or something like that. And we know there's some huge things for XRP, guys. Aeon, you don't type it. It's in the description section of this video. Look in the description section. All right. So let me show you. All right. Here's the video that I did earlier today while I was driving. Cool. He mentioned November through January would be the top of the market. He saw a wave of manipulated liquidity in the vision coming to the markets. All right. Interesting. That's good to hear, David. Thank you. So here's the video that I did earlier today. And so this is what we're going to do. I'm going to show you. Now, this is, I'm obviously logged into this page, and so it says edit video. You're not going to see that. But this more button right here, this more button, that's what you're going to click. And that opens up the description section. And there you go. That's my website. Okay. So that's where you go to. And that's how you open up the link on the YouTube anyway. If you're on Facebook, it's going to be above you. I don't even think there's one displayed on X. Unfortunately, X doesn't allow, I don't know. It's really weird. So from this streaming software anyway. All right, guys, I'm going to jump off. But last and final, seriously, that's big. That is big. That is big. So last call, I'm going to just do a final recap because I know that some people, like I said, are just tuning in live. And like Michael did. So here's the deal. I bought this course from this guy. It's a DeFi Pro course. Teaches you how to find, some solid projects in crypto so you can buy crypto at an early stage. So when it begins to pump, and he shares some picks, and he sends out emails. You'll get alerts, that says like, hey, watch for this coin. It's about to blow. And I'm telling you, even since I've bought the course, I've seen those emails come in and it blew twice now. He's shared that. One time I looked back because I saw that I had gotten that email earlier, and I looked at the timing on the chart and it blew right after he sent that email. Right after. He's good, man. He's good. So I'm just telling you that all you have to do is go to the description section of this video and find the link to my crypto page. And he's the one listed as my friend in the middle opportunity on my crypto page. Today is the last day to grab the sale. So not only that, but it's also the last day to grab the picks. He will not be offering the picks any longer after today. Even if you buy the course at the full price tomorrow, because the sale ends today at midnight Pacific Standard Time, which is in 4 hours and 14 minutes. And so my emphasis is this, guys. The picks are really powerful. And somebody asked me earlier, they're like, why is he discontinuing the picks? And it's because he has so many people that are in that private group now that are getting the list of the picks that because so much liquidity comes in when he sends out these notifications, it's basically manipulating the market. Like this group of us now have become a market mover. We're moving the market when we begin to buy these things. And you would say, okay, well, that can be basically a pump and dump. Not so. And that's what's important. If you look at they're real utilities, and even if they pull back, which they all do, they keep rising higher and higher. It's crazy. This stuff is sick, man. What he's bringing to the table. So I just can't stress enough. I just opened up 2 trades. No, I had one open right before the call, and I just opened up another one live on this call. That's what I did. And so I can't tell you obviously what it is, but I'm just letting you know. And so, okay, guys, that's it. I just wanted to share with you guys what's going on. Last chance, guys. And, like I said, these 2 coins that he shared, just 2 coins out of like the 10 that you get. Just 2 of them did 264% in the past 24 hours, guys. This is crazy. Aeon, I just showed you how to look in the description section of the video. Did you not see that part? All right. So strange. Not quite sure what's going on over there. Quit driving, bro. Pull over. I don't even know. That's crazy. Let me see if I can. I don't know which channel you're on, so I'm going to send this to all 3 of the channels. 3 YouTube channels, anyway. All right, you should have it in the live chat there. Well, you must have tuned off, bro. Like I was literally showing you. I was answering your question. All right. Well, I'm done, okay, with you now at this point, since I just commented the link. You can't miss it, okay? You can't miss it. So, do you see it now? Aeon, tell me if you see it. Please tell me you see it. Do you see it now? Oh my gosh, this is hilarious. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show it on the screen. This is it, permanentlifesolutions.com. And then you'll find the page Crypto Solutions on that page, guys. Okay? You can't, I've shown you 3 different ways now. If you still say you can't find it, you probably shouldn't be buying the course. I'm just going to say it just like that. Okay? Like if you still can't find the link, then I would just respectfully request that you not buy the course from here on out. Okay? Okay. All right. You're welcome, Tim. Bless you. Thank you, Laura. You're welcome. All right. All right. Very good, guys. Like I said, man, listen, I cannot stress to you enough. 264% gains in 24 hours. And I'm sitting here watching XLM and XRP, and everybody's like, and I get it. They're gonna skyrocket at some point, but right now they're like 3%, 24-hour gains, -1%, and you're just like, and I'm watching, and it's just like, this has been so much fun, and the ability to recoup my money, and even then some, has just been great in the past few days. So, listen, do not forget that nothing is guaranteed. All right, and nothing is guaranteed, and you have to also time your entry. And he goes over that in the course as well. So please understand that. And it's just been very rewarding to watch this incredible man of God. He's a born-again believer. Just what an incredible testimony he has too. He was actually supposed to be aborted. He survived an abortion attempt, I believe, or maybe not an abortion attempt, but they said because of the medication that his parents took or whatever, that he was going to have burns all over his body. And they were believers, and they said, no, we're going to believe that this child's going to be born healthy. And he was. So, all right. Yeah. You can also, the link for purchasing precious metals is in the description section as well, guys. Do not forget that. The link for the precious metals is also in the description section there, guys. Please. I was looking at this today, actually, and I was thinking to myself, it's one of the things that's been prophesied that silver is going to really explode. And so I just want to make sure that you guys understand what's on the table there as well. But there's the link if you want to get on that website and create a membership. I actually purchased the lifetime membership with that company. So I have a lifetime membership, and that's just very rewarding to me. I was actually thinking about starting a subscription, and I had been doing this subscription service, and then I stopped, and I was thinking about resuming it again. Okay, guys, that's it. Appreciate every one of you guys. Blessings to you. And I don't really know anything else that I could say on this, but watch the replay, guys. If you're just tuning in, I'm telling you right now, you do not want to miss what this is, at least hearing it. Okay. So if you're just tuning in, go watch the replay. I've repeated myself about 15 times because I just want to make sure nobody misses this. And that's it, guys. Have a good evening. Blessings. Take